Hi, this is Dan Heisman, Philly tutor for Chess FM. This is the Improve Your Chess video series for ICC members. In today's game, we're going to look at an amateur game played at the relatively fast rate of 25-10, but it's a interesting game, and sometimes we take a little bit faster games if they're interesting and there's not some longer games waiting in the queue. All right, so let's take a look at today's game. White opens up e4. And black plays c5. Both players are in the 1600-1700 range. Black's a little bit lower rated. Knight f3, d6, d4, open Sicilian. C takes d, knight takes d4, knight f6, knight c3, a6 Nahdorf. All right, and now white plays the fairly modern move, f3, English attack. Black plays the most common move, e5. Knight b3, most common place to put the knight. Bishop e7, bishop e3, bishop e6, queen d2, and now black has a choice. He can castle kingside, or he can delay castling for a while and play moves like b5. Let's see if I check the book here. Let's see, black has a couple different ways to play it. He can play knight bd7. He could play, knight bd7 is the most common other move. And knight bd7 is also played without the bishop on e7. So here white can play, or sorry, it's black's turn. So black plays castles. And now white could play either castle queenside, or he can play g4 right away. He castles queenside. These are all major book lines. Now I'm using a book called The English Attack. It's by Gambit. And it's by Samovuo, and the book's fairly old by modern standards. It's 2004, which makes it 12 years old, but it's still got a lot of these lines in it. And a5. So black's pretty booked up here because this is the #1 move. And it says in the book, let me find the pages that I just lost. It says in the book that these lines were recommended by Daniel King in his book, Winning with the Nahdorf. And later, John Fedorovich praised this line in chesspublishing.com. And in the book, the author says, however, black has always had problems with the weaknesses created on the queen side, and especially 11 bishop d5 is a tough nut to crack, although there are some other promising tries for white as well. So here, white plays bishop to b5. So they're actually in the main line of this variation. And so it's a little bit of a theoretical battle. Now, when you have these castle opposite side lines, the game can be very sharp, and the difference could be lying in any one move. So here, black, again, plays the main move that's recommended, which is knight a6, and the computer agrees that's the best move. It says if knight bd7, queen e2 was suggested by Nunn and Gallagher in the Complete Nahdorf Main Lines, which was a book written in, I believe, in the late 90s, mid-90s. So knight a6, #1 move. And now the only move given in the book is queen to e2. And the idea of queen to e2 is that now that you've stopped a4, white's going to put everything he can on that b5 square so that after knight c7, he's going to try to maintain that block on the queen side. Notice white's pretty much only playing defense here. Normally when you castle opposite sides, the rule is whoever gets the other side first wins. So what white's trying to do, rather than play g4, g5, and h4, is to block the queen side first so that black can't go anywhere. Normally that's not what you do, but of course chess is full of exceptions. And as I said, both sides playing fairly quickly up to this point probably knew these lines as book lines. Now, of course, when you're playing correspondence chess, or as they say,